She used to be a victim of domestic violence, and now she helps other women escape unsafe situations on their own terms. Here to share the signs of domestic violence and how you can do your part to help women in need, author of Illusions of Love, Melina Jacobs. Thanks for coming on our show today.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful event that we're going to talk about that's going to really help promote helping other women get out of situations that are unsafe. But first, I just want to thank you so much about being so open and willing to tell your story, because as a survivor of domestic violence, you can share a lot of hope and inspiration that other women can get out just like you did.
Right. Yeah, I actually wrote the book because when I was going through it, there was no book to help me wake up. Basically, logically, I knew to leave, but there's an addiction process that goes on, and usually it says that you can leave between 7 or 9 times that people go back and forth, but it's more than that. So those are just the statistics that are out there, but typically people continue to go back because they don't have something that's going to help them, which I hope my book is going to do, is going to help them wake up and realize what they're in. But it just takes a little understanding on that.
One thing you said that I just thought was just so brilliant is about helping women on their own terms. If you try to force somebody to leave a situation, you said that that really just pushes them more strongly into the arms of the abuser. And so if we're going to talk about some signs to look for here in a second, but if we are getting a sense that a good friend, family member, someone we work with is experiencing domestic violence, what is the best thing that we can do to support them in getting them to leave?
The best thing to do is be supportive. It's easy to say just leave, but it's just easy to say, but it's very difficult for that victim to do. I would suggest to ask a lot of questions. Stop by their house if you think that that's going on, because if you walk in at a time where there's arguing, you're a witness. So, and that will help the victim be able to then talk about it, because typically victims then just hide it and they're ashamed of it. So if you have a friend that you see wears winter clothing and you know it's summertime, or they start wearing a lot of makeup to hide bruises, those are the signs that you need to look for.
It's so interesting, because you're saying it's an addiction, and like you were expressing, logically in your mind you knew it was best to leave, it was safer for your children, but you kept going back again and again. But your defining moment where you felt so empowered to make a change was when a female police officer came to your home.
Right. Mine was, it was called entitlement. So he didn't care if he had a restraining order. He didn't care if he had a no contact order. Nothing fazed him. So basically I had cops coming every day to do a report, because you have to fill out the report when you have a restraining order. They were actually coming once a week because it was just too much. So we actually set him up, and it was a female cop that said, "Do you want this over?" And so she and I set him up, and that's the only way that he was on the run for 4 months.
You got out, and you are now a living, breathing, walking inspiration to other women, and you've got an amazing event that is not only going to cheer people up, you know, let women eat great chocolate and have fun,
yeah, but
really get together for a beautiful cause. And tell us about your event.
My event is March 27th, which is on Saturday, in Fairbanks Ranch, and I'm actually 50% of my proceeds for my book actually go back to help DV agencies and organizations. This benefit is actually going to help Next Door Solutions to Domestic Violence, which is the agency that helped me in Northern California, and Nettie's House, which is a women's shelter. And actually I sit on the board of Nettie's House.
And also you've got a great array of entertainers. You've got Truth on Earth.
Yes.
They played at Chelsea Kings Memorial Service. You've got great books that you can win, necklaces, jewelry, and great information too about wonderful businesses in San Diego.
Right.
So we're just so thrilled and happy that you're doing this. Your part in giving back to the community and to helping other survivors, was this a healing process for you, Melina?
It was a healing process. Writing the book was a healing process, but my target, because my company has 3 areas, my target is affluent women and professional women. Those are the women that are hurting the most, and those are the women that will not walk into a DV agency. So those are the women that I'm trying to target. Secondly, I'm going into corporations to help victims of domestic violence so that they can help their employees.
Well, thank you so much. Your event sounds amazing. All of the information is going to be on our website, so folks can get some more information about all the great sponsors, all the fun activities. And thank you so much for being a wonderful inspiration and having the courage to come on today.
Okay, thank you.
Good to have you here.